The audio you're hearing right now is from a $12 microphone. I didn't add any effects or any AI enhancement. And honestly, this $12 Amazon mic, it's not bad. Now, you could literally record a podcast even with remote guests with this microphone. And to be honest, there is one that's a little cheaper, but I'm going to get to that in a second. I'm going to show you how you can make this $12 microphone sound studio quality, use it with your mobile device or computer to record even with remote guests, and suggest an upgrade pick for a microphone if you're really getting into podcasting. So the microphone I got is the Movo LV1 USB mic. It actually comes with a little carrying pouch, which is pretty nice for 12 bucks. And inside you get an 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch adapter, a little windscreen, and a clip so you can actually wear it on your lapel. Now the actual microphone, it's super tiny. This is what will go on the lapel, and you can put the windscreen if you're outside. And then on the other end is actually a TRRS connector, but they actually include this USB adapter in the box. And this adapter actually has a place for both microphone and headphones. So if you wanted to record with a remote guest, you could hear them through this adapter. Plug in the microphone on the microphone side. Now, if you have a USB-C computer or mobile device, you might need to get a USB-A to USB-C adapter. I'll link one of those in the video description. And it does come with a small coin battery you do have to install in this part of the microphone. And I found it needs to be turned on whether you're connecting it to a camera or computer. So not great that you have to worry about battery power with this, but for 12 bucks, this isn't bad. Now, if you wanted to record with a remote guest, you need to plug a pair of wired headphones into that side of the adapter. And then let's record from our mobile device, and we can use the Riverside app to record both in high quality video and audio. I'll jump into one of my studios, rotate my device horizontal, and now I'm going to connect the lapel microphone, and we'll see a pop-up here in the Riverside app. And when it asks about wired connection, we're actually going to tap no, because we're using the same device both to hear our remote guest and the microphone. And that's it. I can start recording with this $12 microphone in Riverside. Now, if you were actually going to use this microphone to podcast, I would suggest being careful attaching it to clothes. If it's rubbing up against clothing of you or a guest, you're going to hear that in the recording. Doesn't sound great. Also with lapel mics, they really should be about this far away from your mouth. If you hold these microphones too close, like you might see in some social media videos, you start getting a lot of mouth sounds and it's kind of harsh to listen to. So wouldn't recommend holding it this close either. Now, if you were going to be filming outside, kind of like person on the street interviews, you definitely want to use the windscreen. Without a windscreen like this, you're going to get all that noise in the microphone and it's going to be unlistenable. Now, you can make this microphone sound even better, enhancing it with AI using Riverside Magic Audio. Here in Riverside, I'm going to go to that last recording that I did on my iPhone using this microphone, and I'm going to jump into the Riverside editor. As you can see, I had a couple takes here. Well, I'm actually going to go to the AI producer tool here in the top. I'm going to remove all the pauses, which gets rid of all the silences. I can remove filler words if there are any. And I just want this second take, so I'm going to select the first one right here in the transcript, which you can edit by the transcript every time you record with Riverside. I can delete that, and now I have just the portion I want for this clip. I was also a little off center, but I can fix that here in the Riverside editor as well using our crop tool, move me a little bit more in the middle, and I can make this $12 microphone sound studio quality by going to the AI producer and using Magic Audio. I can apply Magic Audio, and I can even adjust the intensity, whether I want it all the way up to 100% or about 50 or 60, and that'll remove any background noise or echo and make it sound great. Here's a before and after of my audio from this microphone without Magic Audio and Magic Audio applied. So here I am recording in the Riverside app with this $12 lapel microphone connected to my iPhone, and this is using the front-facing camera. You can see it actually sounds pretty decent. Now, I do have a treated room with sound panels and things like that, but if you apply Riverside Magic Audio, then no matter where you record or your environment, it's going to remove that background noise, remove the echo, and apply some effects behind the scenes to make even this $12 lapel microphone sound studio quality. Not bad for $12 and enhancing it with Magic Audio. Now about that cheapest mic. This was the absolute cheapest mic I could find, $8, and you actually get two in the box. So I guess technically it's like $4 microphone. Even comes in a fun color like this blue. And on the other end of the microphone, you get a USB-C port and a headphone jack here. So technically you could hear a remote guest. The only problem is it didn't work, no matter what I connected it to. I tried connecting it to my phone, my iPad, my computer, and it never turns on or gets recognized as a microphone. So I would not recommend the $8 microphone. I could not get this thing to work. But let's say you're getting serious about podcasting and you wanted to have a decent microphone. I would still recommend this $50 USB microphone. It's the Audio-Technica 2100X, has a USB-C port here and XLR if you want to connect this to an audio interface later. And this is actually going to sound really good. Plug in the USB-C cable and you can plug in a pair of headphones here to hear your remote guest, and this will work with either your computer or mobile device. Here's what the audio sounds like from the 2100X, and I actually still have a podcast co-host for my Movies on the Side show that uses this exact microphone, and it sounds great. It's a dynamic microphone, so it will reject some of that room noise, but you're really going to get a close to pro sound with a mic like this, and if you want to enhance this with Riverside Magic Audio, you can do that too. But $50, it's a little more than the $12 lapel mic, but you're going to have a much better sound using this. A little more expensive than the $12 lapel, but you're going to get a much better sound. I'll go back to the lapel audio to close out the video. Again, for $12, I'm actually pretty impressed. Links to this and the 2100X down in the description. I'm not going to link the microphone that doesn't work because you shouldn't buy it. But if you want to learn about building out your setup, no matter what your budget level is, from $100 up to thousands, check out this video right up here where I go through different setups for all budgets. Don't forget to subscribe to the Riverside channel and hit that like button. Lots of videos on different gear, including audio interfaces, video switchers, cameras, and more. And if you're wondering what camera you should get, whether it's a webcam, a mirrorless, or just use your phone as your camera, I have an entire video on that as well. You can check it out up here. Thanks for watching and listening to this lapel mic. I'll catch you next time.